Hello, I'm Captain Andrea.
And I'm Commander Matthew.
And welcome to Trekback Tuesday.
The show where we take a look at Star Trek toys from across time and space to seek out new types of merchandise and new things to waste our credits on.
Today, we're looking at Commander William Riker.
So this is the very first William Riker that Playmates made in 1992 as part of their first series of Star Trek Next Generation action figures.
Which is funny because he's all battle-worn.
Yeah, I, to this day, still don't quite entirely know why he's all messed up like that, but take a look at that once we get him out of the package. The front of the package is that traditional Playmates Star Trek packaging. This is an unpunched version, in fact, so that's really collectible, but it doesn't matter because we're going to tear this thing out of the box.
Absolutely. So in that case, I punched it.
Wow. Way to go, Captain. You really showed that card who's boss.
If only it punched cleaner.
Yeah.
Yay!
Here's your kill, Captain.
I shall put this with the rest of my pile.
On the front of the package, you can also see this blister, which contains Commander Riker, as well as his accessories. You'll also notice a relic of the past on the top corner there. It's another Toys R Us sticker denoting how much he cost back in the day.
On the back of the package, you can see the other characters that are in this line. You see a description of his accessories, and you have a Starfleet personnel file. It has a nice little bio about him, and as well as a few fun facts, including his distinguished service notation, which tells of how Commander Riker was the first Federation officer to serve on a Klingon ship.
Sorry, that was from the episode A Matter of Honor, where they had an officer exchange program, and Riker went over to join a Klingon ship, and his honor was truly tested as the Klingon captain ordered him to shoot on the Enterprise, among other things. So it was quite a clash of interests for Riker, but he had to serve.
He served with honor.
He did serve with honor.
He did serve with honor. Commander Matthew, please beam Commander Riker out.
Hi, Captain. And here is our Commander Riker now out of the package and on the loose.
Be careful when you say that. You don't want a Riker on the loose.
Well, I mean, it looks like he's on the lam right now because he is all kinds of cut up.
Is he on the lam or is he just on the prowl?
He's out and about, that's for sure.
Yes, he is.
I don't exactly know what episode this is referencing with him being all messed up like this, so if anybody out there knows exactly if this is based on an episode, do let us know. So, Captain, what do you think of the likeness here of Commander Riker?
The resemblance isn't as strong as, say, the Picard figure that we looked at, but it definitely has the vibe of him. It definitely has the Riker vibe, and I really enjoy the fact that his eyes are painted so blue. Like, they really made sure to paint that blue, which I think is just hilarious.
They put a lot of effort into that paint job Playmates did back in the day. Even towards the end of the line, they were still pretty darn good at painting their figures.
Yeah, you can tell that a lot of thought and care went into this.
So it's a pretty unique sculpt for the body as well, like we mentioned, all these tears and tatters. But what's really unique to Riker is his stance. And as a kid, I remember hating this toy because of the stance.
I don't blame you. I'm looking at the feet right now, and it's just...
It is the weirdest thing because his feet are in this odd position. It's just like a position of action, I guess. And I mean, it looks, when he outstretches his hand, it looks more dynamic, I suppose. Like, it is a dynamic pose, but I don't like it. And it basically, it's hard to balance him in general. I always had problems balancing him as a kid. It's not much better now as an adult.
And quite frankly, his hand looks really not good. I'm going to be honest, it looks almost a little webbed and stunted.
I'm not surprised that it will be Riker reaching out and doing this with his hands.
Ugh.
Luckily, the Deanna Troi figure has not been reviewed yet, so she's safe.
Yay, for now. Bad pervy Riker. Though, to be fair, he also looks as though he was saying, "Stop! Don't hurt me!"
Yeah, it could be that too. I mean, it is a real action-packed pose in a lot of ways. So for storytelling, it's really cool if you're posing it. But as a kid, you want to play with these toys, I hated the ones that were posed like this. Like, there are others in this first series that had that. They stopped doing that as the line went on. But yeah, this first wave in particular had a bunch of these that I really don't like.
I don't blame you one bit. So let's move on to accessories, starting with the Riker stand. Again, you see the Starfleet insignia. It has his name on it. It's nice, it's easy, and let's see if we can get him on.
Yeah, you pretty much had to keep him on that stand if you wanted to keep him from not falling over in your collection.
And there he is, nice and posed.
Now he can stand up a little bit straighter, even if he is kind of like balancing on one leg.
Yeah, but at least it doesn't look as bad. He comes with a tricorder in gold, which I like. I don't know, for some reason I like this gold. It makes it stand out a little bit.
Yeah, I did like his accessories as a kid in particular.
Yeah, and you can fit it in his side pocket over here. Though there's a little thing on the back. I can't tell if that's supposed to go into anything or not, but...
Well, I think we'll get to that in a minute.
He comes with a phaser. that's already shooting.
This is a Type 2 phaser. So Picard, we saw last time, came with a Type 1. This is the Type 2 that most people remember in particular from Next Generation.
Yeah, the biggest difference is it's longer and has a handle. He also comes with a directional UV source. It is basically a light and heat source for the away team. So that way when they're on their missions and it's late or in a cave or whatever, here you go. You can light it up.
How come you don't let us use those, Captain? Whenever I go on my away missions, I don't get any of those.
I don't know what you're talking about. Other people have them.
But you never let me take that with me. In fact, you don't even give me the codes to get back onto the shuttle.
Anyway, he also comes with an away team field kit with, open it up, awkwardly, a detachable analyzer.
Very detachable.
I think that's a pretty ingenious accessory, if I do say so myself.
I always like this thing as well. It's really cool inside there, all the stuff you can see in there.
Yeah, it has some very nice detail where you can see the different tools that they have.
I don't remember if he was able to really hold it as easily, though, because I remember that being a point of contention.
He cannot with that stupid hand.
Like, yeah, I think he can sort of, like, grip it, maybe. I think that's about the best you can do, but it doesn't look right. I don't think this hand is much better. Yeah, because unfortunately this hand here, it's really just meant to hold the phaser.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, most of his accessories are kind of ultimately moot points.
Yeah, they're just there to look pretty.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can kind of hold the light source, but it looks terrible and falls right out when you hold it up, so... Yeah, unfortunately his hands are kind of worthless. Like, this is the wrong figure to come with all of these things. Like, he can't really hold this even that well. He can't really do much with this.
All he can do is really have his tricorder in his pocket and hold a phaser.
Right, there we go. Actually, we got the pad in there, but it does look a little bit awkward, though. I mean, it's not the worst, but his hands are definitely problematic for holding more accessories.
So I think the best way to sum up Riker is he doesn't look bad, but he's very problematic. As he really is.
Very true, very true.
I would say this. No Riker figure would be complete without testing out one very important thing.
The Riker Maneuver.
The Riker Maneuver. And I just so happen to have a chair right here. If you'd like to do the honors.
And here he is doing it backwards chair, which is a little bit more awkward, but there's one thing he definitely can do. And that's the other Riker Maneuver. Stretching his hammies out, stretching his quads. This chair's a little too high for him, but you get the idea. It kind of works.
It works. And there you have it. He's passed the chair test.
More or less works. I can go with that. I can buy that.
So, Commander, what are your thoughts on this Riker figure?
Overall, I did like it as a kid, especially because it was all battle-torn and damaged. And I like the face a lot. It's a good face sculpt, good paint job, but the one thing I still hate to this day is his arms and legs. They're very limiting for what you can do with them. His stance is so bizarre. Luckily, they would make many more Rikers after this one that would be easier to stand and easier to play with. This one in particular, as a first, I like it because it is the first, but there's better Rikers to be had.
Well, on that note, I'm Captain Andrea.
I'm Commander Matthew. Thanks for watching this episode of Trekback Tuesday, and we'll see you guys next time with some more action figure reviews. So until then, live long and buy toys.